Hey, fishy people. This is going to be a quick rant video about how California hates small businesses and why there's no small mom and pop fish stores around anymore. Um, Biggest thing is cost. I'll show you the store real quick, and then I'm going to sit on my butt and stare at my computer because I got numbers pulled up. But this is a small store, and I'm sorry it's a little bit dirty, but we're changing stuff around. But small store. This is about 1,200 square feet. My cost for rent alone is $6,000 a month here. And this is California. Things are very, very expensive. That's just my rent, so that's not anywhere close to my total overhead. I'm going to come sit over here at the computer, and I'll switch the camera around. Watch out, Peanut. See my pretty face this morning. I was just going over some numbers. So, that's a weird light back there, but anyways, my rent is $6,000. I have a $1,500 electrical bill, $250 for my dumpster, $250 for my insurance, $250 payroll cost, $250 from the government to offer a 401k, which is necessary if you have any employees. Brings my total overhead, well, not my total, but most of my overhead to about $8,500 a month. That's not including actual payroll. What I pay my employees, and it doesn't include vehicle maintenance, credit card processing, government fees, licensing permits, shipping costs of goods, and things like that. If you divide that by 30 days, that's a little under $300 a day in overhead. Markup on most of my goods is between 30 and 40%, so that means I need to bring in between $720 and $850 a day just to cover overheads. That doesn't include paying employees or paying myself, or again, the credit card processing fees, vehicle maintenance, government fees, licensing permits, and everything else. If you were to break that down into how many fish I have to sell, say we sell a fish for $5, that's, I need to sell 170 fish a day, $5 a piece, again, just to cover the bills. Let's assume that each customer buys maybe 6 fish. I gotta have 28 customers. Say I spend 20 minutes per customer. That's 566 minutes, or 9 hours worth of, that's not maintenance in the store. That's not me doing water changes, feeding the fish, cleaning the floor, scrubbing, all that stuff, placing orders. That's about 9 hours of just dealing with customers face to face, and some of those customers can take more than 20 minutes. Keep in mind that we're not selling bags of chips. This isn't something that someone can go pick up off the shelves and just ring up. We have to catch the fish. We have to bag the fish. We have to educate, that's most of it. We have to educate people on the fish. It's hard. There's not much money in it, and California is doing everything they can. I'd say a lot of states, but specifically California, doing everything they can to kind of mess with that. When I was young, all I wanted to do was work at a pet store. I was willing to volunteer for free. Back then, you could kind of do that. Also, back then, the minimum wage was like $7. Now, the minimum wage where I live is $20. I love to encourage kids to do what they love. I had 2 interns. They each got 3 hours a week. That's all I could afford. I had to fire them all recently. 3 hours a week. It's $20 an hour. $60 in pay. In addition to that, I have $6,250 in payroll costs and $6,250 in 401k processing costs. This is a 401k that these kids aren't going to contribute to. They have no interest. But I still have to pay the processing costs even if they don't contribute to it. That comes to $62 an hour to have kids that don't know anything, that just want to learn the hobby and get some work experience. How am I supposed to pay them $62 an hour when I don't pay myself anywhere close to that? It's absolutely ridiculous. Right now we have a free intern. He's working for school credit. I have to pay for a live scan so that he can be here. Again, he has to be covered under my insurance, and insurance was other costs, and something else. Comes to $19 an hour for a free intern. I recently got, this was not his fault, but he dumped a bucket of fish water in our back alley. He's doing a water change on a freshwater fish tank. Dumped a 5-gallon bucket of water in the back alley. Think it would be a big deal. Happened to be a government worker walking back there. I got slammed with a $500 fine for dumping fish water in the back alley. That's hardcore illegal in the state of California. Only rainwater can go into storm drains, even though it's fish water and fish safe and invertebrate safe. $500 fine. So that bumps that even higher. So free work, not free. Way more than I ever got paid when I was a kid. And then to hire 16-year-olds to just, again, get work experience at minimum wage, I'm looking at $62 an hour. And then we got to compete with Amazon. Week before Christmas, one of the slowest weeks ever. Week after Christmas, very busy. But it was slow because everyone was just buying their stuff on Amazon. And I shop on Amazon. I'm guilty of that too. But they didn't come in here. They were buying weird, cheap, Chinese, funky stuff off Amazon that seemed cool. And then they came in busy week afterwards because they had to put stuff in it. Some of the stuff they bought blew my mind. This one customer came in, bought a really cool, funky looking tank. Has light built in, heater built in, filter built in, Bluetooth to your phone. It has an essential oil diffuser built into the tank. For those that don't know, to euthanize fish, we use essential oils. That's literally what we use to kill them in a nicer way than thumping them on the head. Why you would build an essential oil diffuser into the top of a fish tank blows my mind. But cheap on Amazon look cool. So, sorry, I got Peanut on my lap and he's being a bit of annoying. But I know this is happening in other states, but California is, I think, one of the worst. Minimum wage being so high is absolutely nuts. I don't know how anyone's gonna get their foot in the door nowadays. Young kids I have kids all the time coming in, willing to work for free or for very cheap. I can't do it, and I'm not gonna pay them under the table. Back in the day, I used to get a 1099. Can't do that. I need to have insurance on all my employees. Can't do that through a 1099. There's no way they can afford to get $2 million worth of liability insurance on themselves as an independent contractor. And if we don't do that, that forfeits my rent and everything else. And all of my clients. It's absolutely nuts. I remember being thrilled to get paid $10 an hour because that was above minimum wage. And they didn't have to jump through all these loopholes. But the way it's going, I don't know how any mom and pop fish store is going to stay in business. And I think that's sad. I'm lucky enough to have an amazing wife that supports what I do and also works, which, again, love her to death for that, but don't think it's easy. We both work full time and we've got 2 kids. It's crazy. So, sorry, didn't want to go on too long of a rant, but, dude, it's getting weird, funky, crazy, and no wonder there's no mom and pop fish stores. Pretty soon I think all you're going to be able to do is order fish online and hopefully find some decent information on YouTube. And there's a lot of good information on YouTube, but oh my god, the amount of ridiculous stuff I see also is just nuts. You know, hey, use bottled water and ditch a safe start and everything will be perfect. No, that's crazy. Now, anyways, I realize I haven't posted for a while. I'll get on to some more positive videos. I want to go over how to jumpstart tanks real fast. I want to go over some tips on scaping tanks. I'm pretty sure Eric wants to do some more funky fish that we think are cool. And we'll go from there. Hope your tanks are doing well. Have a great day, guys. Bye.